To the Middle East now, and 3 Israeli hostages released by Hamas earlier on Saturday have arrived back in Israel and are reuniting with their families. Iair Horn, Sagui, Dekel, Chen, and Sasha Troufanov are the latest group of hostages to be exchanged for hundreds of Palestinians in Israeli detention.
This is the moment Sagui Dekel Chen saw his wife after months of being held in captivity. She was 8 months pregnant with their 3rd child when he was abducted. Their family watched in awe and celebrated with champagne.
There are no words that can explain how excited we are, how much we've been waiting for him at home.
The reunion followed a carefully planned handover. Dekel Chen was led onto a stage with 2 other hostages, Iair Horn and Sasha Troufanov. Surrounded by dozens of armed Hamas militants, the 3 urged for the completion of the ceasefire, which almost came to a breaking point earlier this week, when Hamas threatened not to release more hostages. The group accused Israel of violating the terms of the truce by blocking aid from entering Gaza. In response, Israel threatened to resume the fighting. After the release, Hamas demanded both sides follow the terms of their agreement.
The release of the 6th group of enemy prisoners confirms that there is no way to release the rest except through negotiations and a commitment to the requirements of the ceasefire agreement.
The group has released a total of 19 hostages. According to the deal, 14 more are expected to be released before the end of the month, 8 of which are believed to be dead. In exchange, Israel is freeing a large number of Palestinian prisoners. In this 6th group, more than 350, the largest number so far. In Ramallah, a cheering crowd welcomed their family members. Some of them appeared gaunt. According to the Red Crescent, 4 had to be taken to hospitals.
We've been through hunger, cold, torture and humiliation, but we are a strong nation that believes in its cause and hopefully will be free soon.
Uncertainty looms over the next phase of an already precarious agreement, planned to begin in March.
DW correspondent Tanya Kramer is in Jerusalem following all of these developments for us. Hello to you, Tanya. So tell us, who are the hostages who were released today?
Yeah, as you said, we saw the earlier release this morning of 3 more male hostages in Khan Yunis in southern Gaza. Now, they were all taken captive on October 7 from the kibbutz near Oz, which is actually not very far away from where they were released now. Now, we are talking about here Sagui Dekel Chen. He is a U.S.-Israeli citizen. He learned upon, coming back home to Israel that a baby daughter was born while he was in captivity. There's Alexander or Sasha Troufanov. He's a Russian-Israeli citizen. His mother, grandmother and girlfriend were taken also hostage on October 7. They were released in the hostage ceasefire release in November in 2023. Now, we also have seen the release of Iair Horn, who was also abducted from the kibbutz near Oz, but his brother remains in captivity. And that shows a bit, this bittersweet moment today. Again, you said it there, it wasn't even sure that this release will happen after a setback in this ceasefire, but also, while there's a lot of relief among the families that have welcomed back their loved ones now from this release, there's a lot of concern for those who are remaining in captivity. We also understand now that all three of the now former hostages have arrived now in hospitals in Tel Aviv, where they will be staying, where they will get medical checkups, and they will be staying with the families for the next couple of days.
And Tanya, also part of this deal is the release of more than 300 prisoners from Israeli jails. What can you tell us about them?
Well, absolutely. There were 369 Palestinian detainees that were released today under this agreement. Now, 36 of them were serving life sentences for deadly attacks. They are so-called security prisoners. What Israel says, 10 of them at least were taken to the occupied West Bank, where they were welcomed by their family members. They were waiting for them there. We understand that at least 20 of them will be deported via Egypt or to Gaza. Some of those released to the West Bank were taken to hospitals straight away. That is according to the Palestinian Red Crescent there. There's also a group of over 300 Palestinians that were supposed to be released in this release phase. Most were held without trial in Palestinian prisons. They were taken by the Israeli military after October 7 from Gaza and detained. And they're also part of this group that are being released now today back to Gaza.
That was DW's Tanya Kramer reporting for us from Jerusalem. Tanya, thank you so much.